welcome back to Vlogmas. Today is December 7th, and for you, I lost my schedule. What day would it be? Oh, December 13th. So you guys are now almost halfway through December, which is crazy. But yeah, I'm excited to film another episode for you today. I do have some exciting things going on. In the last couple clips, you saw me making my coffee in the morning. I do use maple syrup as my coffee sweetener, which a lot of people find very strange, but I got in the habit of doing that when I was making iced coffee over the summer, because maple syrup is a lot easier to stir into cold coffee than any other sweetener is. So that's why I started doing it. But it's by far the most convenient sweetener to add to coffee, and it's not as bad for you as regular sugar is. Like, obviously all things in moderation, but maple syrup, I guess, has some benefits to it. So I use maple syrup, and then instead of half and half, I use whipping cream so I can get it to foam a little bit with my milk frother, and then just top it off with regular coffee. Today I was drinking the cranberry creme brulee flavor from Bones Coffee. It's part of their Nightmare Before Christmas collection. Really enjoyed it. That's probably my favorite flavor they've come out with ever, so I'm kind of sad that it's probably a limited edition one and it might be gone at the end of the holiday season. So I'm contemplating placing another order just to get a couple bags of that to have set aside for next holiday season. But today I actually have a couple of events to go to. So the first one, which will be in about an hour, is my prayer shawl group meeting. If you don't know what a prayer shawl is, or a comfort shawl, depending on what background you come from, I'm going to use the term prayer shawl because that's what we call them. But they're usually through church organizations where people will knit or crochet shawls to give to people who have had a death in the family, had an illness, anything that they would need some extra comfort from the community, just as a symbol of the prayers that are being offered up for them by the faith community. I'm Catholic, so we definitely call them prayer shawls, but I know that we do gift some shawls to people who are not necessarily Catholic or not necessarily religious, and in that case they are called comfort shawls instead. But I have found it was a really great way to get involved in the community, especially with a group of people who I probably normally wouldn't interact with, because I am by far the youngest member of the Prayer Shawl Society at my church. I think by a solid couple of decades. So it's been fun to kind of talk to some of the older members of our church community, and they've been knitting or crocheting for so long that they have had some tips to share with me, which has been really nice. So I'll leave for that probably in about 30 minutes or so if I'm walking, maybe a few minutes after that if I decide to drive. And then tonight I'm actually going to the library because during the month of November I was going on Wednesday nights to be a part of the NaNoWriMo group, NaNoWriMo being National Novel Writing Month. I did not write a whole novel in the month of November. I was working on editing an old project, but I saw that the library was going to host write-ins for NaNoWriMo, and even though I knew I was too busy to participate in the full NaNoWriMo program, I wanted to join the group of people who were going to that, just to get my foot in the door of another group, make some more friends, all that good stuff. But even though NaNoWriMo was over, they were talking about still meeting on Wednesday nights to just kind of sit together, work on writing projects, kind of keep everybody going, even though the program has ended. So I think I'm going to go tonight. We exchanged emails, but nobody's in charge of the group. So I guess I'll just go and see who shows up, and if nobody is there, I'll write by myself and then head home. But I thought that would be kind of a nice way to end the evening today. So for now I've got a few minutes, so I'm going to continue working on the book pocket that I started yesterday. I am now on the first decrease row to make the like flap that'll have the button on it, so I'm getting close to being done with this one. And I'm feeling a lot better today. I don't feel tired or groggy or anything yet, so hopefully that stays for the rest of the day so that I can get some stuff done. Also, I am wearing the plaid shirt that I got at Old Navy on Monday because I had time to wash it yesterday, so it's very cozy. It's everything I wanted it to be, so I'm very excited to be wearing it. You will definitely see this outfit again at some point because it's very comfy and I will probably want to wear it. Maybe even this would be a good Christmas morning outfit because it's cute, but it's definitely comfy. I do have yoga pants on too to really maximize the comfy, could take a nap in this outfit aesthetic. Yeah, I'm gonna get a few more rows in on this and then head to my prayer shawl meeting. So now it's actually like almost time to go, but I did finish the whole piece for the book pocket, so when I get back I'll seam it together and add the applique and a button. I'm also going to do a border in the cream color right here and crochet into this little loop to make the buttonhole a little bit more prominent. But I figured I'd show you what I'm bringing to prayer shawl today because I do have a couple of shawls in progress from the last meeting. The first one that I'm working on, I had to do some kind of creative yarn choices. So the center of it is a linen stitch, moss stitch rectangle in one of the Karen skinny cakes. I don't remember what the name of this one was. And I thought that the Karen skinny cakes were gonna like be around forever because they've been at Michael's for so long, but I ran out of that first cake and was like, okay, well whatever, I'll just go get another one. Went to Michael's and they don't carry the Karen skinny cakes anymore. They have a bunch of new ones, so, and I wasn't about to like try to order it from the Karen website or anything like that, so I then like had to hunt around the store for a weight 3 yarn in a color that would coordinate. So I ended up deciding on the Bernat, some people say Bernay, but I always said Bernat Softy Baby. And this is in the color flannel, so it's a light gray. So you can see like the absolute outer edge of this shawl is now that just solid light gray, but I figured it would look fine with the striping pattern. This is a design I came up with myself, but I wanted to test it a couple more times before writing it up as a pattern, but know that that's probably coming sometime in 2023. I do have quite the docket of patterns ready to release. But if you want to check out one of my patterns, they're in my Etsy shop, which should be linked at the bottom of this video in the description box. So feel free to check those out. As of right now, I've got 3 shawl patterns in the shop and a knit bow tie pattern. And I think that's all I've got in there right now. I've got some other like printable stuff, but those are the patterns that I have. So yeah, I think it's about time for me to head out, especially if I'm walking, which I think I will because even though it's cold, it's like 32 degrees out right now. I think getting a walk in will kind of like re-energize me. I'm starting to feel that like grogginess again that I was trying to push through yesterday, so I think a walk will do me some good. I just finished the first book pocket. I put a little 4-leaf clover applique on there, and I know it looks absolutely massive, but that's because the book that it goes with is also absolutely massive. It's a very, very thick book. So I don't actually have one of these myself, but I used to use like a Kindle cover for stuff like this, but you just slide the book inside, and then especially if you've got like a paperback or a book that has like decorative stuff on it, it just kind of keeps it protected while you're traveling if you stick it in a backpack or something like that. So this is the first one done. I'm trying to decide what I want to do next because I know I need to finish the second book sleeve, but I did just get a request to sub tomorrow that I did take, so I'll be subbing in 4th grade tomorrow, and I'm now debating if I want to just go ahead and crank that one out and then start something to take with me tomorrow. So, well, here are my options. Either tomorrow I could work on the book sleeve during preps. I could work on my holiday doodle cowl, which I kind of don't want to travel with again because the skeins are getting kind of flimsy. And it's just a lot of yarn to take with me. Or I could cast on my Sitka spruce cowl and have that ready for tomorrow. So I think what I'm going to do is start the next book sleeve and use the Sitka spruce cowl cast on as a break if I'm getting too bored with it, and then depending on progress of each one of those, I can decide which one I want to take tomorrow. So you'll probably see a couple clips of me working on both of those projects. Maybe I'll bring up my holiday doodle cowl. I am really liking working up here in the living room as much as I love my office. It is a mess right now because the whole house except for this floor is a mess. So I'm kind of enjoying working on things in the living room with all the Christmas lights and a candle burning. And I have my massive mug of tea right there. I use travel mugs inside the house because I don't drink my tea fast enough all the time to have it stay warm in a normal mug, so I use travel mugs. I do drink coffee pretty fast, but usually, well, it kind of just depends on where I'm working. If I'm like sitting and doing computer work, I tend to drink coffee or tea fairly quickly because I'm just sitting at my computer. But if I'm crafting, it tends to take me a while to get through things. So that's why tea is in a travel mug right now, because I'm crafting. So speaking of crafting, I better dive back into it so that I can get some more progress done. Again, it's now about 5 p.m. I got a little bit more progress on my book pocket, and I started my Sitka spruce cowl. I got about an inch in my main color. I was excited to go to the library tonight, but I am back to kind of feeling how I did yesterday, where I've got a headache and feel really tired, and I can feel a lot of pressure in my sinuses, and it's been like foggy and rainy the last couple days. So I think if I was just working on stuff at home tomorrow, I'd probably push myself to go, but since I'm subbing, I need to get up early. I think I'm going to skip going to the writers group tonight, just because I don't want to be exhausted tomorrow. So I think I'm going to go to dinner with my parents, and then maybe take a hot shower with some essential oils to like try to clear everything out. Maybe even run my diffuser overnight. We've just had like a weird couple of days of weather where it's been a little bit warmer out, more like 40, 45, but like really damp and rainy. And I wonder if that's what's been messing me up. I noticed in the last couple of years I'm a lot more sensitive to like rain and damp weather. Snow doesn't bother me, and like when it's actually raining it doesn't bother me. It's the like high humidity, gross feeling weather that seems to give me really bad sinus headaches. So I think it'll be better to just relax tonight. So in that case, I think I'm going to just end the vlog here because nothing else exciting will be going on tonight. And I think I also decided that I'm just going to take my Sitka spruce cowl with me tomorrow because the teacher sent me her lesson plans and there aren't a lot of prep periods tomorrow. So I really would only be working on it on my lunch break, which means I'll probably only get 1 or 2 rows done. So I'll just bring that instead of bringing the book pocket project. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.